Hey guys, we are live from the
Control
version.
556.
Down in the garden cell, pretty fly for a white guy.
Okay. So we're here for Dem Game Boyz. I am your host Kianaki, and I'm here today with.
Regular guy Zach.
He's not Ken.
Okay, I dig it. So actually, what have you guys been playing lately?
I'm still playing Mafia 3.
And you still enjoying it?
Yeah.
Did you beat the story yet, or no?
I beat the story about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Actually. I'm just exploring.
So do you enjoy the free open world then that gives you the sandbox style?
Yeah, it's alright.
But have you become Scarface?
Kind of.
So like with that in mind,
I never died in a blaze of glory, so I mean,
like, do you like the game because of the inevitable stuff, or
what do you mean?
like just the free range stuff, or is there a lot of replay value for it?
If you want to start a new game, I'd say, but if you're just free roaming, not really. The thing I'm doing right now is I just keep completing the side missions that are given to you.
Okay.
So that's basically all I've been doing.
That's good. I'm glad. Gil, you told us you just finished the first area of Kirby
All-Star.
All-Stars.
Yes I did.
And how do you like that?
I got to fight Swole Deity.
How do you like the game so far?
From what very little I can say, I've played of it, and I haven't played a lot of it, even though I've been meaning to. It's actually really fun, and I do enjoy the mechanics of if you have a sword and you have a friend that shoots fire, you can have them shoot fire at your sword, and it becomes a fire sword.
That's actually super cool, actually.
And then when you try to cut grass, it also burns it.
Huh.
Really?
There's tall grass, and you can cut it with like swords and all these
boomerangs
other
and shit, yeah.
And then, or if you have some elements can just like burn it, and or just get rid of it in other ways.
Can you freeze it?
I'm pretty sure you might be able to. I haven't. It's been a while since I tried.
So you can be friends with.
You can fight, and you can. Kirby gains an ability where he can throw hearts, and that makes friends out of enemies. It's not really explained in game, and that's never been a thing that happens in Kirby.
Right.
Some of the things are just there because why not? It's a good time. You can beat bosses and make them friends, and if you have there are usually areas where you get copy abilities, and you can jump on them and gain that ability. Or you can, in this game, you can throw a heart at it, and that just becomes an NPC. Basically, any friends you get are NPCs unless you're playing with a large group of people.
And they're just
player control.
Huh. That's a 4-player game?
It is.
Wow, that's super interesting. I dig that.
That's one of the selling points.
It's the 4-player game.
4-player game.
Live stream.
No.
We don't have that kind of money to pay Nintendo to. No, that's actually super interesting. I think that's enjoyable. So the eye guy still shoots the beams and shit.
Yeah, everybody.
That's all fucking weird. Like that's some of the Kirby characters that have special abilities. Just I don't get.
I mean, one of the ones that they added in this game was just like you soak up a guy with a broom, you get a broom. You can sweep up enemies. Like legitimately, you can sweep them up and then keep juggling them in the air.
I like Tree Guy. He's always been my favorite boss.
Wispy Woods?
Wispy Woods.
Yeah, but he's incredibly easy to beat.
I still wish that like Kirby 64 did this awesome thing where you could combine powers, and I made like a lightning lightsaber. That was like my favorite weapon to use.
That's one mechanic I wish they would bring back in newer Kirby games, because I've learned about that. And then I'm like, why don't they have this in more games? It would make so much sense. But then you've also got to realize they've expanded the copy abilities so much. They would be, like, insane trying to figure out what to do with half of them.
I like Karate Kirby, though. He's, like, by far one of my favorites. Especially, like, in the old Game Boy Advance games. Because when he did his, like, dash attack, it was a spin kick. He just would, like, juggle characters around. It was fucking cool. I think that's the most fun I've ever had with all my cousins is that we'd always play Kirby together, because there was like a 4-player Kirby mode and it was super fun.
That's what I get for never playing Kirby. I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
It's almost as fun as like Zelda of the Four Swords. I think Four Swords was enjoyable just because like me and my cousins would play it.
It's a game you can literally just pick up and play. You don't really need any.
Yeah, just pick
background.
it. You have it on the
What's this
SNES.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You do have
sure.
Kirby games on the SNES.
Yeah. That's the precursor to All Star Allies or whatever.
Make a point
One of the
to
Kirby
people.
games is like it's a multiplayer game, and like you can choose to absorb the character, or if you want a second player, that character becomes that character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's super interesting. I really dig it.
It's very enjoyable. Yes.
I watched my brother finish God of War this week.
Boy.
It was okay. It was like I said, it's a really good story. It's a really good concept. It's good on everything. But like the one thing that I have a problem with, I don't even think it's a problem. It's more like it's not even a nitpick. It's like the way they handle like certain characters in Norse mythology is just bullshit. And I find that to be like, and obviously God of War has never been for the fucking, yeah, let's do it.
Historically
It's
accurate.
accuracy in mythology. But like, I don't know. Just how they shoehorned a certain Norse god was dumb. It's just, alright, fine, whatever.
Which one are we talking here?
They shoehorned Loki into it.
I figured that one would be the one that they shoehorned.
And it was dumb. I thought it was dumb.
He was the secret guy running everything from the background.
No, he was not.
Really?
No, it's different. It's a surprise. It's a quote unquote surprise. I kind of like guessed it midway in the game when watching, and like I've also been playing a lot of. I've been playing the SNES a lot actually. That's why I knew about the Kirby thing. But the thing I was playing on SNES actually, I was playing F-Zero a lot, just because I really enjoy that.
You like going fast and you like crashing hard. Like when you drink.
Yeah. No, like I think F-Zero is one of those games where like Captain Falcon never fucking threw fire or shit like that. So like it's
You never saw the anime.
you know what I mean? The precursor to yeah, but that anime came out after Smash Bros. And like so it always just baffles my fucking mind that like they bring like Nintendo is like, alright, so this guy who is a racing character is apparently just gonna be a pyrokinetic, so there's that.
But why? He can kill people with bird punches. Why not?
And like I was playing the like I took out my old PS2 and was playing the Legend of Spyro trilogy. Like solid game. Elijah Wood plays Spyro and David Spade plays fucking Sparks. Ugh, David Spade. But like I recommend him. I recommend like I don't know. I think when I think about like the modern re-releases, I'm actually more excited about them because like they're games I used to play. I just really want a Gex re-release, and I know like other people don't because it's like dumb.
What I want in the re-release of Spyro is for them to replace Elijah Wood with Tobey Maguire.
And then I actually played Ukulele actually on Steam.
How was that?
It was good. It's good, but because it's such a niched game, like it's an it's old school platformer,
Yes.
Banjo-Kazooie style. I can understand why people weren't into it, but they have an awesome trouser snake joke where it's a snake that's like cotton pants and his name's trouser snake. It's a penis joke. It's a penis joke. It's really funny. So we go to the trailers, and the first one is Red Dead 2 and
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. The one thing that I get about this trailer is that there's two things. Is that Jay sent me a link that like the story looks really, really good and it looks super interesting. But Jay sent me this link about GTA Online. So when GTA Online was started off in a rough patch, people would put mods in it, and then Rockstar's company who was working on the online part of it sent these modders a cease and desist, and they took those kind of assets of the mods basically and started selling them. So I hope they don't do this with Red Dead. Like Red Dead 1, Jay said had an online mode, but I never played that because like I really just wanted to be a cowboy and shoot shit. So like, meh.
I want to be a cowboy in a Lamborghini because then I know I've made it. I've attained the knowledge I need
Knowledge.
for that old Western
But
world.
you know what I like
Are you
more?
quoting Ty Lopez right now?
Maybe.
God damn you.
Who the hell is Ty Lopez?
Knowledge.
No, seriously.
You know what's more important than this Lamborghini?
Macaroni.
These 2 new bookshelves.
I eat a box of macaroni
Knowledge.
every day.
Do you know who Ty Lopez is?
No.
He's on those YouTube ads where they're like, hey guys, I'm out here in my mansion.
Oh, that's where that came from?
Yeah.
I didn't know the name of the guy.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Let's do my online class that tells you jack shit
Knowledge.
about anything. But like, I'm really excited for this game. I love the first Red Dead. I really hope it's good.
I still have to play the first one. As a matter of fact, after we're done here, I might go buy it in Walmart.
Then we go to State of the Decay 2, which is the awesome. What?
Is this the one where you can drop kick zombies?
Yes. So Zach just really wants the game because apparently you can drop kick zombies, and Zach's like,
Who wouldn't
That
want
was
a game?
cool!
Zach's
Who
like,
wouldn't
so
want a game
cool.
just for that?
That looks so cool!
Zombie Dropkick Simulator 2018.
it's not just all zombie drop
Way
kick.
better than Farm Simulator. Way better than Goat Simulator. Zombie Dropkick Simulator 2018.
Yet Farming Simulator is still one of the most played games online.
And that's the saddest part.
I don't even understand how.
Neither do I, but people like it.
What do you do? Just farm together?
Yeah.
I think this is like, I think personally, I think this is a interesting series because like you lose characters and they don't come back. It's permadeath, and that's an interesting concept to have because like now you actually have to try to like
Save them?
yeah.
Well, I mean, permadeath's not anything new, but especially in like incorporating it into a zombie game, doesn't seem like it'd be that refreshing. But it looks like a decent game.
I mean, they did that in Dead Rising as
Yeah.
well, where if you didn't complete a certain set of tasks,
Somebody would die.
Yeah.
You can use them. Yeah. That's my point. It's not anything new to the zombie genre, but they do it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole premise of the game is you actually have to set up an area where you have to protect it
and you
survive.
actually have to
guard
make sure
everything.
everything's the way it's supposed to be,
And
like the
you br-
rations and stuff.
And you bring in new people to help with that. It's actually a really cool concept.
Now we go into Taki Soul Calibur 6 and
Nipple Ninja.
Tit
Yeah.
Ninja actually as
No nipples. She was nipples.
so she's a close range character in the fighting game world. She does a lot of speedy attacks.
Kind of reminded me of Molina from Mortal Kombat for some reason. Maybe it was just the
The
pink
nipples.
outfit. I was gonna say the pink outfit because that's what Molina wore.
Yeah, she's a speed character though. She's not very. She's close combat because of her the short sword that she uses. Where like I don't know, she's okay. That's not the character I'm probably going to main. From what it's looking like, I'm probably either gonna main Zasalamel like I did in Soul Calibur 4 and 3, or Keelik like I did in Soul Calibur 4. So I'm pretty excited. I never played 5. I heard it was shit, and they showed Exio, and at the time I just hated Assassin's Creed. I'm like, nope, not gonna play this game. So this makes me excited. I know you guys don't play fighting games very
But
much.
did you
but like,
ever like Assassin's Creed though?
I thought Assassin's Creed.
Before Origins?
No, I think Assassin's Creed is dumb as shit. I don't even like Origins that much. Like, I don't think the Assassin's Creed games are all this hype that everyone really likes, and it's fine. Like, it's like, okay, Assassin's Creed is weird. It's because, like, I think they make more of a market, not from the games, but from the shit-ass clothes they can sell to you. Do you want to look like an assassin, but also want to look like a normal person?
I mean,
Fire.
it's not wrong. Besides, those hoods do look cool. From like a teenager perspective, when you're
Yeah.
all angsty and not wanting to be yourself, just like I
I
should
just
have.
Put the fucking assassin hood on, you're like, yeah.
Now
I'm
no
pretty
one can
straight.
judge me in my world.
Am I gonna shoot up the school or am I gonna be an assassin? Who knows?
But I just genuinely like the design of the hood. I like hoods. But they're nice on sweaters.
They add another element to the sweater.
It's just, I don't know. Assassin's Creed has never been a game I enjoyed.
I only bought 3 because Revolutionary War.
Did you use it to pass a test?
No.
Good.
Why would I? Not a lot of that stuff.
Well, remember what our freaking school did to pass anything related to the Bay of Pigs?
No, that was just a video assignment that we had to answer. What was the invasion called when we went into Cuba?
And here I thought it was actually something in depth.
No, it wasn't on a test. It was just an in-class thing. And all the dudes were simultaneously just like, we all looked at each other, was like, and then when we got to that question, all the guys was like, Bay of Pigs. And then he was like, how did you guys know that? We were all together. We all went Black Ops.
Okay.
And he was just like, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Wow. That's fucking pathetic. But wow.
What, that literally every guy in that class literally was like, Black Ops.
Yeah. Did you guys all consensually agreed that Call of Duty was a good game?
No.
They're not really that good.
No, they're awful.
Like,
to be honest, I only really bought Zombies to play the Pentagon zombie map.
Yeah, basically after they introduced zombies, no one really cares about the story.
Yeah,
it's always been about the multiplayer first and foremost.
Yeah, it's just a bro game, and it's just never been my thing.
I mean, I enjoy it just because I usually play it with friends, and I do enjoy the story of Black Ops 1.
Oh no, I'm just not a big fan of multiplayer games. Like, it's always just been a facet for me.
But Kian, that's the way of the future.
I know.
It's multiplayer games. No one needs a single player experience anymore.
That's why I'm hoping Red Dead does really, really good. Is because, like, the news story I have about God of War gives me hope that maybe people still like single player games. And
I do, because I don't have live.
I mean, I don't understand why anyone would think that a single player experience wouldn't be ascertainable to the large public.
Okay, so the only reason why people don't want to make more single player games without putting a multiplayer in it, it's replay value time.
I mean, if the story's good, you could always replay.
That's what it. But like Call of Duty, the story is shite, but you get like people playing multiplayer all the time.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about outside of Call of Duty.
That's why Fortnite is making like billions.
And billions.
Just making a lot of money because of that multiplayer facet that they have. Like, if it wasn't for that, Fortnite would not have been as successful.
Neither would PUBG.
PUBG is failing.
Well, yeah, but it had a high. It was on a high for a while.
Yeah, because people are fucking dumb.
Until Fortnite came and basically knocked PUBG on its ass.
People are just dumb. I'm going to SNK Tag Team Heroine, Zaria,
Why
and
did
Sylvia
you have us
Frenzy.
watch this?
Because it's just so dumb.
Don't lie, Kian. You want those big anime titties all up in your face.
No, I really don't, actually. Then we go to Through the Woods, and this is a weird...
We didn't even talk about that one.
We don't have to.
Fair enough.
All it is just
it was
anime
a
girls
cat guy.
fighting each other.
It was a cat guy, and I wanted to rub his belly.
Why?
It looked like a demon.
Because it was a cat. What do you do when you see a cat? You
Not
want to rub its belly.
Get away because
No,
I'm
actually, you
allergic.
stroke its back, so it does that weird push-up thing with its tail.
Yeah, where it arches
You
its
rub
back.
its back, yeah.
And then you just like...
You don't really rub its belly unless it lays down on its back. Then you go for the belly.
Yeah, cats are awesome.
Yeah, Through the Woods looks
Yeah.
interesting. It's like anthropomorphic cats doing shit.
That's a puzzle, I'd imagine.
Then we go into Eastward, and I think this looks super interesting.
Yeah.
I like the
I
8-bit
enjoyed
style.
the music. The music
Yeah,
is fantastic.
it's super interesting.
That better be in the game.
And it does look like an interesting story. I do feel like that should be taken.
It feels like a Miyazaki film the way I looked at it too, and I know that sounds weird. But it's got that vibe, I don't know why. It's got that like grit of fantasy but mixed with realism that like Porco Rosso had.
He fights things with a frying pan.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Then we go into Runner 3, which will lead us to our next story. But Runner 3 looks interesting, I guess.
Port to the Switch.
There's Shovel Knight as one of the characters.
Oh, yeah.
And also Charlie Marinette, the voice of Mario, gets his own Runner character.
Oh, really?
And the reason why we want to bring this up is because I really love Charlie Marinette. Like, I've said this numerous times on our podcast, and every time I have a chance to sit on his panel, he always says, like, his lucky break was Mario, and that, like, and if you want to do something, keep following your dreams no matter how hard it is, because, like, sometimes it's going to suck really, really hard. But if you just keep going and keep going, there's going to be, you're going to make it. In some form or another. It might not be the success you thought you wanted, but if you keep going and pursuing your dream, you're going to have some sort of success. And that is, to me, he's just one of the coolest guys, and he's just one of the coolest dudes, one of the dudes I respect a lot. So, like, I like, you know, I know he's the voice of Mario to most people, but to me, he's a good inspirational speaker, and I fucking dig him. I was like, top tier, like, people, like, who are, like, people that inspire you? I'm like, Charles Martinet does. Like, that sounds weird, but, like, yeah.
And then most people is like, who the fuck is that?
So, Valve has announced that the Steam will be able to support the Switch Pro controllers now. So that's pretty interesting.
But when are we getting Left 4 Dead 3? When are we getting Half-Life 3? When are we getting Portal 3? When are we getting any third game of any series?
You're never gonna get
Come on, Valve!
It's never gonna happen.
I know.
No, that's understandable. So...
It's not. It's not understandable. They left so many things open-ended. We need thirds. Not just seconds. Thirds!
That's the reason why I left it open-ended. To drive you crazy so you can come up with your own theories.
Yeah, but fan theories are never as good as what... They're either never as good or better than what comes out.
I don't know. There's this one Family Guy theory that I really like.
Like I said, it's either better or worse. There's never an in-between.
So, Sea of Thieves is essentially now developing. They're going to do a lot of medium-sized updates. And one of them is a private server if you just want to traverse the sea with your friends and not be attacked.
Doesn't that detract from the whole point of Sea of Thieves?
Well, in general, Sea of Thieves is extremely boring, Gil, because you can only do 3 things that are basically all the same thing. Find booty, kill skeletons, steal booty from other people.
Steal booty from skeletons.
So what you're saying is they basically are a sinking ship out on the seas trying to bucket out that water.
Right. So, Pokemon Go will highlight its roster for the next 2 weeks with fighting types. Who here still plays Pokemon Go?
Not really, no.
I don't have...
I only played it for a week. Then I got rid of the app.
One of my coworkers has surprisingly gotten really into it.
That's weird.
I know, right?
That weirds me out.
That people are still getting into it.
I mean, Chris and Sam are really into it. Like,
Yeah.
Sam asked me if I was going to Pokemon Go Fest last year. I'm like, no, that sounds fucking awful. I don't want to be around people, let alone nerds who can't look up and get hit by a car.
Not all of them were nerds.
That's the thing that blows my mind.
Wasn't that convention awful, but not because of who was there, but because the servers weren't doing
Yeah,
that
but
well?
they got reimbursed for that $800 ticket.
Did they though?
They did.
Really?
Technically. I don't know, my girlfriend's really big on it too. And she'll like fucking, she sent me a picture, she's like, I got a Gyarados. I'm like, yeah, but that's not cool. Like,
Just tell her to look up every once in a while when she's crossing the street while playing Pokemon
well,
Go.
it's not even that. Like, I like made my point. She's like, I don't get why you hate Pokemon Go, Kean. Like, I mean, it's a fun time killer. I'm like, all right, to some people it is, but that goddamn trailer that they pointed out for the first time, though. Do you remember that trailer?
Yeah.
The first trailer they pointed out, they're like, you can battle your bros at the skate park. You could drink Pokemon with other people. Use a potion.
You can't do any of that.
You can do the potion part, but like everything else, yeah, you can't do any of that. And like, I wish the battling system to catch Pokemon was like a legit Pokemon battle, and then you could do like the paper toss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like, it's battle, 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 and then you press Pokeball, and you're like, I'm gonna try to catch you. it's just like
A cheap cash grab?
it is a cheap cash grab, but people spend money on it. Like someone told me, he's like, yeah, I just spent like $10 to get like Pokecoins and stuff like that. I'm like, that's weird. It is. It's weird.
Again, I wouldn't know because I never got on the Pokemon Go train.
It's like when old ladies spend money on fucking goddamn.
Like I was
Candy
at
Crush
the
stuff.
station as it was taking off, and then at the last minute I was like, you know what, not worth it. I just left.
Did you choose a side? Did you ever get that far to choose a side?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I know Gil was forced to choose a faction that. What faction were you again, Gil?
I went Instinct.
The Zapdos?
Yep.
I'm pretty
Because everyone else was someone else.
Everyone else is either Mystic or Valor, and I just felt like Instinct would have been the best choice.
I'm pretty sure I picked the one Pokemon and then just sat on that for like a week, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to play this.
I chose Mystic, and I was like, I like these guys. These guys are the same kind of people I enjoy. And apparently, but it's still going. That's the thing that blows my mind. Like, I'm still linked to the Pokemon Go page for Spencer, Iowa, and they're like, oh my gosh, there's a Moltres here. I'm like, oh my god, I don't give a shit.
Then why don't you get off that?
Yeah, you got a point.
I forget, and, like, every once in a while they'll start posting things, and the thing that blows my mind is, like, these guys, some of the guys I feel like don't have a job, or, like, have called in sick just to fight a Moltres.
Just write it down on a piece of paper, and then you can do it tomorrow.
Or right now.
Maybe, I just find it also enjoyable, some of the memes they have. I'm like, I'm here for the memes.
I mean, that's also pretty fair.
Yeah.
Pokemon memes are hilarious.
But some people get mad, though,
If
like,
you
this is a
understand
serious, like, some people got mad, like, this is a serious page, guys. I'm like, it's fucking
talking about a children's game.
It's Pokemon, it's not even a children's game, it's just it's Pokemon Go, man. Get over it. God. Nerds. Kidding. But, like,
It's the mother freaking Catalina wine mixer.
so, someone wrote an article about how Fortnite is ruining their child's life.
Well,
I mean, if you stay
the article
upstairs,
should be called "How I'm Ruining My Child's Life and Blaming It on Something Else."
Well, no, they're like, he's never been so angry, but he just broke his TV.
probably because he couldn't get the high score, and that frustrates kids after a while.
That's stupid.
You have to show your kid that life has losses.
It probably
Life
kind
is
of does,
full.
because if your kid is upstairs playing Fortnite while there's a tornado destroying your neighborhood and is literally a house away from you, and you're still just playing just to get the high score, then yeah,
Are you talking about last week's story?
yeah.
I thought that story was fucking hilarious. That story blew my mind.
Yeah, I feel I missed out.
I can't believe you were here last week.
And I just generally must have zoned out.
You commented on it.
Oh god, I don't even know anymore.
Come on, man.
Uh,
Usually I'm the one that forgets stuff within a week.
Yeah.
Alright, and unfortunately the final story we have isn't, this wasn't a very big news story week, but God of War is the highest, this is what I want to talk about, the single player, is number one in the Europe and America for most bought copies.
That's cool.
They have sold 3.1 million copies so far.
But have the reviews been positive?
Yeah, they've all been positive. They've all been very
Like,
positive.
high
Like
reviews.
people like are fucking in love with this game.
Like IGN didn't just give it a 7.8 out of 10 because there was too much boy. They gave it like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, the IGN system is kind of weird.
I enjoyed it a lot, and it just is fun.
Have they ever gone below a 6?
I think so, like once or twice.
I don't know. You're gonna have to double check.
Dude, IGN just does some dumb shit though.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it was a little light today
don't
for
have
the video game
questions?
news. No.
Aw.
But thanks for listening, guys.